Hello everyone. My name is Juha Saarnio and I represent Acrosslimits here in Finland. We're actually here together with Mr. Teemu Seppälä today and we're talking about the Fintech sector. So we're talking about companies that are creating new services for the banking sector and the financial sector and looking at virtual trading and virtual currencies and of course cyber security and these kind of things. And what we are talking about here is how the COVID pandemic has affected the sector and what kind of things have happened to the sector during the pandemic and so then we are going to explore a little bit about what kind of thoughts we might have to alleviate some of the maybe difficulties and the changes in the sector in terms of how we can find new things to do, how the market has changed, and what kind of opportunities are actually appearing in the marketplace. So, like I said, I'm here with Mr. Teemu Seppälä, and Teemu is actually leading the ecosystem development of the Fintech sector in Finland, and I would like to ask Teemu that how do you think the COVID pandemic has actually affected the sector, and what do you think? How do you see when you have dozens of fintech companies that you are in daily contact? So how do you see their business changing? Have there been more opportunities, or how do you see the change in the sector?
Thank you, Juha. Pleasure to be here. First of all, I would say that the pandemic has changed all of us, how we think about working and making business. It's easier to have meetings or organize webinars or conferences or whatever, and that will also ease businesses in that way that you are able to make also deals even meeting with face to face with your customers. So I think it has overall environment is more open for making fast decisions and easy decisions based on discussions like this virtually. So that's first thing what I have noticed. During first half of this pandemic period, I would say that first investors were taking a look at that how this will affect their business, and they were not making so much investment decisions as earlier, but later on it has turned out that it has brought back the good pace that it used to be. So I would say that it's first of all, it's making easier to establish new connections and also to build up your relations. But even more, what comes to the technological point of view, you are looking at your specific fintech solutions from this new angle that allows new kinds of businesses which are global from day one.
So that's very interesting, Teemu. So do you think that there has been a big change in the environment for these companies to operate in and maybe the consumers to operate in now that the COVID pandemic has actually made a big shift in the way that we operate and the companies operate and so on?
Thanks, Juha. Indeed, as you might realize by yourself also, that how you are consuming, if you are having a holiday, you are just having it somewhere nearby, but anyhow everything is digitized So whatever you are doing, you are purchasing it from the internet. So social distancing is bringing up new business opportunities. If you are selling for consumers items, and also security needs are more and more important when internet is heavily congested, and then it's like a system load is becoming more and more critical. But also this is bringing new opportunities for example, Finnish fintech companies. How to ensure that all our consumer behavior will be secure. How do you think what kind of help EU could provide for companies in this regard, and especially you and your company? What do you think?
Yes, okay, of course, I see your point in how the environment has changed quite a lot. And yes, indeed, like you mentioned, then EU can be one way for the companies to cope with the new situation, and then also tackle the opportunities that there may be. I think many companies in Finland especially, they are very well aware of what Horizon 2020 has given as opportunities. There's been, of course, the normal projects under the Horizon 2020, and of course there's this new SME instrument that has been really heavily used in Finland, but I think that's a very small sector of how the EU can actually help companies to evolve and capture opportunities. And of course there's a big world outside of this kind of a project funding or grants. So you can look into different kinds of programs that are available under the EU. But one thing that we often forget is actually that there are a lot of tenders open at the EU level as well. So there's a public tendering system, and on the official journal where these tenders are published, you may be very surprised that there are over 1,000 new tenders opened every day. It is a daunting effort to go through this kind of tendering landscape and see what is available and trying to find the right thing for you. But here is where Acrosslimits can help extremely well, knowing the company's wants and needs, and having the keywords for their operational environment, and using that to search the official journal for tenders that can be of use to them. This is one very big thing, and it's very good to remember also that when we are talking about tenders, then we are not talking about money that is available for running projects or doing development work, but it's rather like selling, because you are actually selling your company's expertise in the way that you can really have the sales plus all the profits included in the reply to these tenders. So you're actually selling your work, and this is a very nice way to grow. And looking at the opportunities, then there's a lot of money that the different cities and regions around Europe are putting in upgrading their systems and preparing these systems for the post-COVID time, and this is one of the things that is very good to remember. And of course, then in order to survive in the European scene, it's very important that you know how to find the right partners to do things with, find the right experts to do things with. And this is also where 20 years of expertise at Acrosslimits can help companies operate in this area. And of course, when you would happen to need then someone to help you administer the way that you are working under the European Union programs, of course we can help do that as well. But I think that by understanding your business and looking holistically at what EU has to offer, that's the biggest benefit that your company can have in working together with Acrosslimits and finding your way into the consortia that are doing development and sales under the European flag. So I think that this is probably the biggest thing to understand. So I think that this is all we have for this time for you, and we would like to remind you to, of course, like the video if you think that this has been worth your time, and then of course subscribe to the channel so that you can get notifications when we publish new videos under the same arena. And then I would like to thank you, Teemu, very much for taking part in this short video that we shot here today, and providing us a little bit of an insight into how the Finnish fintech sector positions itself in the global arena. And of course we would all like to see the Finnish companies grow and become global in the right way. I think that we can conclude by saying that all the fintech companies are born global, and they should be the Supercells and Nokias of their own sector from the beginning. And of course the financing should reflect this matter as well, so that they would have the resources to grow. And we can see that COVID is actually providing a lot of opportunities for these companies to do that in the right way. So thanks very much, and see you next time.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.